Auditory phonetics. Auditory phonetics is the third major field of phonetics. Within auditory phonetics, we are involved with the study of speech sound from its perception point of view, from its reception point of view, right? So it is auditory phonetics, and our major concern within auditory phonetics is that how sound waves are perceived, right, on the part of listener, okay? So how they are perceived and how they are received while using, what are the processes which are involved, right? The processes are involved within the brain of the listener, right? And what movements are there? What takes place when the air pressure, when it touches the eardrums of the listener? So that's the subject matter of auditory phonetics. All right. Sound reception. What is sound reception? Sound reception is basically the air pressure which is felt by the air, right? There are three types of ear, you know. One is the outer ear, then there is the middle ear, and then the internal or the inner ear, which is there, okay? And these are involved in sound perception, right? And it can feel the air pressure with various frequencies, with various, properties, and it can interpret and recognize those changes in frequencies and amplitude, right? This fluctuation, basically, which is felt by the ear, is then converted into impulses, into neural impulses, right? Then when the air pressure, when it comes to your ear and you just feel it, okay, then that feeling, that is just converted to the neural impulses. And those neural impulses, they send message to the brain. And that's the process which is called interpretation. That signal, which was felt by the ear through the air pressure, that is interpreted by those, neural impulses through sensation. And the message is sent to the brain. And when it is sent to the brain, it is decoded by the brain on the basis of the psychological processes, and then also on the basis of the background knowledge of the listener, right? So that's the association of mental representation and semantic concepts, and thus the process of reception and perception that takes place on the part of the listener. Okay. There are two major aspects of the auditory phonetics: physical aspects and cognitive aspects. Physical aspects are the anatomy of the ear, that what happens with an ear, what processes are involved, how does it work. These are the functions. Anatomy, that what is ear, and then functions, that's the basically the processes which are there, the physiology of the ear. All right. Then the cognitive aspects are there, that how the speech are made, they are interpreted, the intelligibility of the speech sound, and that perception of vowels and consonants. That's basically the part of the cognitive aspects on the part of listener. And this perception and reception, that's actually based on various sort of knowledge on the part of listener, right? So we are concerned with the physical aspects within auditory phonetics, the physical aspects and the cognitive aspects. And now there are advanced level of researches also going on, like within neurolinguistics, that what happens within brain, like what specific portions do, what sort of work regarding language. Like there are various corners or parts of the brain which are important for the study within psycholinguistics, that how those psychological processes, those psychological associations are carried out by the listener. And then on the part of the listener, what are the, functions of the various parts of the brain, like the Wernicke's area, right, or Broca's area, which are very important, especially when the researchers are investigating the disability in speech. Okay, so that's another important aspect which can also be discussed within auditory phonetics, but at advanced level, right? So auditory phonetics is basically the study of the perception and reception of speech sounds.